as beastly as she who wields it.
Is beastly supposed to be a compliment?
Yes. You are beastly beast.
Leave the enemy's
Stronger
arms
than
to
any
me.
Revan soldier I've ever met.
No,
They don't just let anybody have a place in the Royal Guard.
Indeed. So I see.
Lunar Rondo! I'll thank you. Crush!
Annihilation!
Not so fast! Here I come!
Time to shine!
You're mine!
Impressive. I didn't even get to have my turn.
History abounds.
Maybe you'll share some with me.
So that's how a lord fights.
Good to know my training is paying off.
Gotta break through!
You want me? Come get me!
Ignite!
Going in! Radiant! Here! One more!
Rising Wyvern!
Tiger Blade!
Lunar Rondo!
Radiant!
Rising
Here!
Airborne
Falcon!
beast. My specialty.
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! See how
Do it!
can you take care of them?
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
This! Mortal Blade! Destruction! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon!
Make it rain!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Chronicle Beyond! Mega ray!
Rising Falcon!
Art expert coming through!
Where are you going?
Make it rain!
Take this!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
I never had a doubt.
Don't worry, I'd leave the charges to me.
Constantine! Mega ray!
Take this!
A new melody!
Rising Wyvern! Rising up!
Into the shadows!
Far enough! Stop!
Mega ray!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You're mine!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
On guard! Shut him down! You picked the wrong fight!
Can't make it rain!
Kisara!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
My turn! You're
Not by a
mine!
long shot.
Rising Falcon! Blue escape!
I can carve through armor! Tiger Blade!
Rising Falcon! Devastation!
Ready! This one's
Blade!
mine!
It takes a true marksman to use.
I should be of some use to us now.
You weren't exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
Still thinking about how to act around...
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I...
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that...
What do you mean, what do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not...
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term. But you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. Which I guess hasn't been happening up till...
Yeah, to be honest, we could be...
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know...
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thought.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you.
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, like...
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my...
I'm sure no one doubts that.
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, some...
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on...
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not a...
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena...
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still...
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more...
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really...
If you say so. How about you, Law? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good...
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Take this! Here.
Who the hell are you?
Bastard! This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Look sharp. I'm only getting started.
No further.
Show me your strength.
Where are you going?
Armor won't save you.
Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
Take this.
Benediction light.
Magna
Rising water!
Searing Flame! Tiger Blade! I'm all stuffed up!
Enter the
Rising
center.
Flame!
Take this!
Into the center! I had to use it sometime. Ready!
Take this.
Look sharp! Show it! Not on my watch! Look sharp!
Here.
Can you take it? Yes, I had to use it sometime.
Oh,
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you?
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadheim. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Any manners?
Why, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. They're the scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slave. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess. Hey, if we... Find anyone who needs help here.
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong. Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there!
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yeah! Sir, Captain Shion!
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estelle... Luva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sanded!
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point, they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since...
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was...
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. Still, if ever...
Don't you ever get tired?
Oh?
Yeah! That...
Is that so? You don't... I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice!
Oh?
There!
Well?
Yes!
What?
What?
I don't believe...
All right? No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes!
What?
What?
That... Yeah!
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
I'll do my best!
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Come one, come all!
Swallow blade! Rising
Your
Wyvern!
reflexes will not serve you well here.
Resonate with the
You're finished!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Too fast!
Stand back!
Eat this! Take this!
Far enough!
I'm ready! You're mine!
Now we're not Take this!
Take this!
Looks like! Resonate with the air!
You're mine!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block!
This could be useful.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the rent. This is...
I think Hoodle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take advantage?
Discourteous, aren't you?
You're mine!
Where are you going?
Not today!
Good shot!
Elusive
One more!
You're
Tiger
finished!
Blade!
These limbs can run rings around us.
Not on my watch! Flynn and Meteor!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern! I'm ready! Run! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Run! Swallow Blade! Crush! I'm not done! Slash!
This one's
Swallow
mine!
Blade! Devastation! Rising Falcon!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Here I come! You're mine! Elusive deity!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
It's over!
Denied!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you, truly!
Astral energy, full throttle! Go!
On guard!
You're mine!
with the earth!
It's over!
Ready and rip! This one's mine!
Not today! Take this! It's over!
Here goes!
Make it rain!
Blind you with the twin left! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant Flood! Here! I'm out of ammo!
Elusive deity!
Rising Wyvern!
Rotating
I'm not
fire!
done!
One and shot!
Rising Wyvern!
Let the marksman handle this!
Rising Falcon!
Take it!
You're
Come on!
finished!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Any injuries?
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
No choice. Take this!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Careful! He has some kind of camouflage!
Take this! I can carve through armor! Take this!
Flaming meteor!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell! You're mine! It's over! Rising Falcon!
My head's spinning
It's
just
over!
one.
Rising Wyvern! Take this!
I'm
Rising Falcon! It's over!
Going in! Hear my call! Nothing gets by me! Glacial Spear! Here's the one's mine!
Moon escape!
Freeze Lancer! That does it! Ready to go!
Rising Wyvern! Luna Rondo! Rising Wyvern!
Hear me!
Burning! You're mine! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Elusive Need! Shattering the Speed!
In a vine!
Rising Falcon! This one's all mine!
Going out of ammo!
Now you see what I can do!
One more!
Begin! Tiger Blade!
I never miss!
You're mine! Ignite! Take this!
Let's keep up the pressure! Take this! Tiger Blade!
I'll grind you in! Stop!
Going in!
What in the world? Don't hurry! I'm alright. I'm still standing. Take this!
I'm hurt bad.
Light.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Far enough.
No complaints here! Try harder! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Time to let it rip! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! You're mine! You're finished! No further. You'll pay for that! Armor won't save you!
One more! I'll bring you back! Tiger Blade!
Rising Wyvern! It's on! Ignite!
Crescent move!
Take this! I'll thank you!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
It was a close thing. I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this? Am I imagining things, or are there...
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here I come! Forward blade! One more! Resonate with the earth! It's over!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Rising Falcon!
Going in! Freeze Ranger! This one's
Got
mine!
fires!
I've got
It's
this!
over!
Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Long! Get toasty!
Burn strike! Not a chance!
Piercing where you go!
Devastation! Here I come! Swallow blade!
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed...
Negative! Get... This could be useful. You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Swallow blade! Devastation! Lunar Rondo!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Yeah!
Nice technique!
It's over! Rising Falcon! No escape!
Didn't even break a sweat.
Mahag Sar, a land with a...
An opponent like this should be easy. You're finished! Swallow blade!
Perfect move!
No further!
Mega Ray!
Here I come! You're finished!
I never miss!
Take this! Swallow blade!
Go! You're mine!
Destruction! Rising one!
Confiscated!
It's time!
Another one down!
Damn it!
Tiger Blade!
You're mine! Slap! Destruction! Destruction!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the
Destruction! Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Leave the charge!
Take it! You're mine! Rising Falcon! You're mine!
Impressive!
History abounds with tales of lords' daring exploits.
I can feel my precision improving.
Man, I'm famished.
Opponent like this should be easy.
Here's the evil this time.
Here I come! It's over! You picked the wrong fight!
This one's denied!
Fluid Gate! Rising One!
Make it rain! What can be still?
In an instant! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Rising One!
No further. Anything in armor is all mine.
Make it rain!
Take this hill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry.
Who?
I've got your back.
Who?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Courteous, aren't you?
I'm not done!
Where are you going? One more!
It can hide itself? From me? Take this! Heal! Burn it!
Do it!
Being interrupted.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Take this! Astral!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Lightning! Downfall!
This one's mine!
Here I come! You're mine! Wyvern! Let's see what I can do! No further!
No way out?
Leave the target to me!
This one's mine!
Begin!
Powered up.
All mine! Burn! I'll blind you with a shot! You're mine!
Nico!
Forgive me.
I'll bring you back from death abyss!
I'll face you!
I'll bring you back from death abyss! Resuscitation!
Not so easy, deity!
I'll bring you back from
You're
death
mine!
abyss!
Back. You're mine! None here!
Here!
Flush! Swallow blade! Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine!
Rising Falcon! I'm not done!
Ready to flare!
Order won't save you! I'll blind you with a shot! Look sharp! It's over!
Take this, Laser!
Tiger
Where's evil?
You're finished!
Freeze Laser! Meteor!
I'll blind you with a shot! Take this! Begin! In a bind!
Radiant Spear! I'm out of ammo!
A charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well,
Time to
I'm
let
here
it
to
rip.
stop it! Take this! Does it help? Flaming Meteor! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Perfect move!
Eat dirt!
I think I'm coming down with something grave.
A chronic inability to read the room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
Luna Rondo! Rising
Another
Falcon!
incantation ruined.
It's over!
Ready and clear!
Negative change!
Won't
Save you! You're
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help! Resonate with the
And just like that, I'm back in. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done. On guard.
Negative change! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Blade!
Luna Rondo! It's on!
This
Ignite!
one's mine.
Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
Deity! In an instant! Impact block!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
There. There.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Is there a...
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow!
Point taken. Do you just like looking at...
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything.
However, you're not...
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt, as both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too...
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not...
Absolutely.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter, that instinct...
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't all...
Looking at her now...
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that, unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must...
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that...
I may have been a lord, but I realize that...
It's not enough to Our funds aren't...
I don't think we're so poor.
Shut up, Alf.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too, the pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own it is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spilled...
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was... The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the dark. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known...
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure. This came out so good. I almost hate having to eat it.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't...
You? Well...
Yeah. I think... I don't blame Lord...
It's strange. We're talking...
You might be right. See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
What's this thing?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now. In a bind?
Slash!
Did you see this
Swallow
coming?
blade!
Take this!
Slash!
Make it
Rising
rain!
Wyvern!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Switch to offense!
Not a chance!
One more!
Take this!
Let's do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come!
Can't handle me, can you?
Burn!
Looks up.
Here I come! You're
Charger
finished!
blade! Where are you going?
You're mine!
I'm ready.
Watch out!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
I think we can get through
Something
this.
you wanted to
Don't let up
say?
until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Flaming meteor! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Good to know my training is paying off.
What's this thing?
Right, here goes!
Water, hear my call! Ready! Red!
Here I come!
But not in your dreams!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong fight!
Going in!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
This one's mine.
I'm ready! Rising Wyvern!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein. Something you wanted to say?
Like we're gonna lose to small fry. Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
you guys checked your equipment lately?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that—
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her...
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Finally, some open space again.
Choice.
Crush! Here's evil! Going in!
Crush! Take this! It's over!
Get behind me!
You're mine! Right! This one's all mine!
That's it! Glacial
Free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
You
done!
picked the wrong fight! I'm ready!
That's my cue!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Yeah!
Nice technique!
You're mine!
Ready and raring!
This one's mine!
Rising Falcon! I'm ready! Crush!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. Must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance. Let's see what you've got.
Here I
Far enough!
Radiant
No
Shift!
escape! Swallow Blade!
How about this?
Destruction!
Power of water! Art expert coming through! Here,
I can carve through armor!
burning sun! Hear my call!
Rising I'm ready! I'm not done!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Pummeling to me!
Here I come! It's over!
I shall ensure you survive this.
You're finished!
This
You're
one's
mine!
mine!
Don't mind if I do!
Take this!
Radiant primed and ready!
Ignite!
Seven Eye
You're
Hawk!
mine! Rising Wyvern!
I do it!
Shield!
here.
What's this thing?
Out of our way!
Take this!
This one's mine!
It's over! No further! Take this!
This one's mine!
Leave the agile one to me.
Take this! Rising Warper! Chikara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique! On guard! Range naked blade!
Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Coming through! You're mine! Florida! Strike! Resonate with the earth! Take this!
This one's mine! It's like trying to keep up to the wall! Tiger Blade!
Rising Wyvern!
Annihilation!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Tiger Blade!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein. This one's mine!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Healing circle!
It's over!
Appreciate the help.
Rising
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Frozen!
Hammer!
That's a pretty fancy skill there.
All the better to protect you with, my dear.
Then I'll... leave the front line to you.
Coming through! Here I come! Now you see what I can do! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Tiger Blade!
Rising Falcon! Swallow Blade! Destruction! Rising Falcon! Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You're finished!
This one never
mine.
missed!
Take this!
Going in!
Downfall!
Over so soon.
Get out of this! A debut performance!
Take this, Blazer!
It crawls up!
Time to get out of the way!
Let's try harder!
Far enough!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Not on my watch!
You're
Going
finished!
in!
Rising Falcon! You're mine! Swallow Blade!
To the fray!
Armor
Annihilation!
won't save you! Take this!
Radiant light!
Slash!
Searing flame!
Swallow Blade!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
My turn!
Not by a long
Never
shot.
miss!
Swallow Blade!
Here!
Lunar Rondo!
Here I go! You're mine!
Rising Falcon!
Nothing can
Rising
beat me.
Falcon!
Going in!
Devastation! Rising Falcon!
Take this! Luna Blast! Back in
You're mine!
Annihilation!
It's over!
Take this!
I'm ready! Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Skills in top form, art's working like a charm.
Someone seems rather pleased with herself.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. I've got something. You've got to know when to quit. Oh, we've got a lively one. You've got to know when to quit. There we go. Good fishers always keep their cool. Is this what I think it is? You've got to know when to quit.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
We finally made it.
I wonder if something happened. Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just...
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
mind me to stay on your good side. Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Take this! You're finished! Swallow blade!
This one's mine!
Take this!
By the power
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Devastation!
going in!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
On guard!
Rising Falcon!
Make it rain!
Finish! It's on!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Get it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Mega Ray!
He's ready to
Here I come!
I've still got a ways to go.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Far enough!
Yo, this one's all mine!
I'll face you. This one's mine!
Not today!
Here goes! Going in! Searing
Yo,
Blast!
finish!
One more!
Reload!
Make it rain!
Rising Falcon!
They got fire.
I've got
Yo,
it!
finish!
Let him
I'm
burn!
ready.
Now get toasty!
First strike! My turn!
Searing Blast!
Triple
Do it!
Blow them away!
On guard!
Hear my call!
Destruction! No further! Struck!
Make it rain!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Danon castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is...
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion.
But what reason could she have?
That's what we're here to find out.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and... We won that by a mile!
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made.
Gotta break through! Here I come!
Never have I been so popular.
Right now! Taste it! Destruction! It's over!
Their hiding stick is already!
Where are you going?
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
No. All yours! Rise up!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Shield and now I can let loose.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Resonate with the earth. No complaints here.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Get toasty!
Burn strike! Not a chance.
Art sealed! There! Here goes!
Destruction!
Confiscated!
Take this!
You require a
Take this! Take this!
Make it
It's
break!
over me! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
like a finely timed walk.
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Going over!
Take this! Rising Golemin! In an instant! Impact block!
No complaints from me.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't...
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for?
Do you mean
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can...
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by...
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that...
Oh, yeah!
Still?
Then,
Huh?
it's nothing. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Swallow blade!
How about this? Here!
Elusive
I'm ready!
Swallow blade!
On guard! Take this! Tiger blade!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly!
Be my guest!
Art expert coming through!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Make it break! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Far enough! It's over! I'm ready! Rising!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Good to know my training is paying off.
What's this thing?
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something.
You think so? What kind of research?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything to...
If we assume it was because this area is rich...
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danon ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans...
She...
How can you...
I'm...
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Don't get careless!
In a vine!
Piercing roar! Burn! Slice!
Glacial spear!
Slice! It's almost too strong. Split it open! Be my guest! Stop its charge!
Thank you, Sarah!
You're mine!
Here, let me help! By the power of one!
Rising Wyvern!
Can you take it? Now you see what I can do!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Look sharp! Take this!
Rising catapult!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
I need something to eat.
Coming through! Here I come!
I never miss!
It's over!
Don't mind if I do!
Piercing roar! It's over!
Going in! Sighted!
Illusion
Mine!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Rising Water!
Charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm
Pick
here
the
to
wrong
stop.
fight!
You're helping me become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Back in there! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
One more!
Heal!
Look
Soaring Light Spear! Rising Falcon! Soaring Light Spear!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Infernal Torrent!
I'm only getting
Thank
started.
Well,
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the clock.
Make it aware without you reminding
You're
me.
mine! It's over!
Take this!
Mega Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Rising
Rising
Ray!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
My exploits are bearing fruit. Let's see what you've got.
Take this! I'll take you all on!
Ready!
Tiger Blade! Catapult! This one's all mine! Take this!
One more! Tiger Blade! Go! You're mine!
Got flyers!
I got this! Utter marksman!
You're mine! All yours! It's over! Swallow Blade! Rising Falcon! Soda! Rising Falcon!
Look sharp!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trick it
Rain
out.
Alpha!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that way. Far enough!
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Barely a blip on our radar.
design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Let's see what you've got.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Water! Tiger Blade!
Rising ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This could be useful.
Guess I misread the landing. There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
Did Bayfall lie?
He didn't seem to try to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey, save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing!
You're mine!
Amazing.
Where are you going?
Pieces!
Prepare to be sealed, weak foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
I'm not done!
Tiger Blade! Take this! Take this! Resonate with the earth! Flush! Stalagmite!
Rising Wiper!
Far enough!
Burn in hell!
Reload!
Here I come!
Time to shine!
Rising Falcon!
It's over! I'll face you!
Rising Falcon! Take this! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Shattering the Tiger Blade! Attack time!
Mirage!
Going in.
Going in! One more!
Take this!
Hammy!
Rising Falcon! Sword Rain out!
Tiger Blade!
Let the mark going in!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Here's the healing arc!
Piercing roar!
It's over! Rising Wiper!
Here's the evil!
Rising Falcon! This one's all mine! Cosmic Rupture!
Going in!
Take this!
I'll heal you
You're
all!
finished!
In a bind, a thrilling
Tiger
performance.
Blade!
Anything in armor is all mine! How about deity carved through armor?
One for that.
You're mine!
Nothing gets by me!
Radiant
Far enough!
This one's mine.
Resonate with the earth!
Make it rain! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Spread!
Rising Falcon! You're finished!
Watch yourself!
Freeze laser!
Incredible power!
Here goes!
Stalagmite!
Don't mind if I do! Mega
Piercing
Ray!
roar!
That move!
Ignite! Take the big one!
Another incantation ruin grace.
Here I come!
I owe you one. Take this! In a bind,
I'm all stuck
Wide open!
you won't escape me.
This one's mine!
Here I come! You're
Time to
finished!
shine!
Rising Falcon! Sword Rain Alpha!
Fury! Burning Strike!
Water,
Hear my call!
elusive fury!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Freeze laser!
Take this! It's over!
There are laser targets for me! Far enough!
Lightning!
Take this! You're finished!
This is some punishment.
Come on!
I have... No
The
limits!
woods, it seems.
You want me?
Coming through!
One more!
Not in the stream! Tiger Blade!
Here I come! This one's all mine!
Healing circle!
It looks like we made a man! I can carve through armor!
Take Tiger Blade!
And just like that, I'm back in.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than wits about you people.
Rising Falcon! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
Dance
Here I
away!
come!
Into the
Rising
center.
Wipe! Try harder!
Here goes!
Here I come!
The enemy's on the rope.
We've got him where we want him.
It's time to end this battle.
Can't get out of this!
I'm ready!
You're mine!
I never miss!
Rising Wyvern!
Everlasting
Rising Falcon!
Negative
Sword Rain
gauge!
Alpha!
Resonate with the earth!
Rising Wyvern!
Here's the evil! Going in!
I can carve through on the ground!
Freeze laser!
I'm not done!
I'm gone!
Rising Phoenix! It's over!
Far enough! Strike!
Sword Rain Alpha! Burn it!
This one's mine.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Strike!
Now you're getting serious?
Here I come!
Why'd you finish?
To stop you dying?
I'm gone!
You're mine!
Take this!
Tiger Healing Arc!
No! Can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Take this! I'm ready!
Shion! Go for it!
Prepare the crumble!
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shion, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niaz.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shion?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm. I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that.
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for the... People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But...
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Dahnans were still...
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we...
Light Spear! Rising Phoenix! It's over! Rising Wyvern!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops! Sword and shield!
A classic combination. Seriously? Is this a joke?
I never miss!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Iron Guard, coming through!
One more!
Tiger Blade!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Make it rain!
Here I come!
Shattering
Pieces!
Can't get out of this!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield for. Get behind me!
Done! Leave it to you!
Do it!
My turn!
Tiger Blade! Annihilation!
Rotating pile!
Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Rising Smoke! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
That extra training paid off. Let's see what you've got.
Far enough! Here's evil!
Oh no! Rising Wyvern! Sword Rain Alpha!
Right here!
I got it!
Rising Wyvern!
Pesky airborne scoundrels! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
You picked the wrong fight!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Resonate with the
I'm ready! Down!
All yours, Kisara!
Here I
No! You're mine!
You made short work of that one.
You go! Here goes!
Having trouble keeping up?
Oh, I'm right behind you.
You're spicier than you look!
Can't change the future without getting your hand.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
I'll heal you all!
Begin!
This one's mine!
Healing circle!
Did you just heal me? This could be useful. What's this thing?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Looks like we made it here in one piece. A fish! You saw it too, right?
Want something to munch on, Hoodle?
All done. Come and eat.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more.
You're not feeling...
No, I'm fine. It's not...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese...
That's fine and all, but I wish the...
I think...
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
In my book,
There's no need.
Yeah.
I've never seen some... Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately.
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too. Just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's...
A dog?
Of course!
Yeah.
That's... I wish we...
You're...
We should really get some rest. wanna go back to bed.
All right.
I'll let you go this time. There's a nice breeze here.
All right.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
Ha! I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Yeah! Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Not this way, I guess.
We've reached our destination.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little...
Right.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
We finally made it.
That Zoogle seems intriguing.
That's all you have.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Don't mind if I do. If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Aim for the weak point!
In a bind?
I can handle it! Here I come! Denied! It's over! Burn in hell! Take it! It's
My
over!
head's spinning just watching you.
Resonate with the Rise down!
Stalagmite!
Rising
Radiant Flush! Searing Flame! I'm out of ammo! Back into the free
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Rising
You're mine!
Radiant
Rising
Flush!
Showtime! It's over! I'll smash you! Elusive deity! Rotating prototype! I'll take you!
How about this?
It's gone! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Our expert coming through!
Rising Phoenix! You're mine!
One more.
You're
Tiger Blade.
mine! You're finished!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Rising Warrior!
Can't get out of this.
Tiger Blade!
Look there.
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Begin!
I'm not done!
Not on my watch!
Guns on. Ready to go. Tiger Florida.
Now you see what I can do! Strike! Now
Another incantation ruined.
you're mine! Look shot! Rising stop! Take this! Take this!
If it's in the sky, it's going.
Rising Falcon! You're mine! It's over! This one's all mine!
Fluidity of your movement.
You picked the wrong fight! One more! Rising Wyvern!
Now you're getting serious?
Rising Phoenix! You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Here's evil.
Light.
Going in. Freeze
It's gonna
laser.
attack!
Right, watch out.
Pieces!
By the power of water.
I'll smash you!
Tiger blade.
The enemy's on
No
the road.
further!
We've got him where we want him.
It's time to end this battle.
You're mine!
Healing surface no.
Rising Falcon!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying? Amazing.
Rising Falcon! Elusive deity!
Glacial spear. Here's evil. Freeze laser.
Their arcs were interrupted.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Swordblade Alpha!
Take this. Tiger
Rising
blade.
Falcon!
Take it. Do it. Go in.
In an instant! Impact block!
Good to know my training is paying off.
We've reached our destination.
Okay.
Serious?
Well,
What the?